I would like to tell something about AIT. So this was established in 2000. Our motto is nurturing aspirations and supporting growth. We offer 11 UG programs in various engineering disciplines. We have two PG programs, that is MBA and MCA, and we have 11 research centers. We have a total of 4,000 plus students, and these students are coming from different countries. Our vision is to impart value-based quality education for achieving global standards of technical education. We are, of course, affiliated with VTU, that is Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belagavi, and we definitely have accreditation which is given by NBA as well as NAC. Coming to this ranking purpose, we are second amongst 182 engineering colleges under VTU, and because the NEP syllabus has been introduced some 2 years back, we are in line with NEP through VTU. We are also NIRF ranked. We are also listed in NIRF, and some 2 years back, that is 2021 and 2022, we have 12 ranks so far, and we stand second in VTU. Let's talk about AIT Campus. Our area, that is AIT Campus, has an area of 120 acres with excellent infrastructure, as you can see in these images. We have completely well-versed and well-established Wi-Fi campus. We definitely have green as well as clean campus. We are having the best library that is throughout the campus, as well as we have some digital libraries inside. Digital library in the sense, we can actually access journal papers, we can access conference papers free of cost. We also have digital books, which is linked with Kindle as well as many bookstores available online. We are surrounded by various companies. I'll talk about this later, about the company's perspective. We do have R&D oriented faculty members who are indulged in research as well as development programs. So I'm talking about the best practices because this highlights Acharya. We do encourage, as a teacher, I definitely we go for encouraging the students to go for various MOOC courses, that is online courses, such as NPTEL. We are having edX as well as Coursera. We are also going for NASCOM provisions. We are also having Infosys Springboard for assignment purposes. For example, if we talk about assignments, when we give to students, we definitely go for giving these courses as a part of assignment. We give some certification courses as well. And the highlight of the best practice is we have something called LMS platform, that is Learning Management System, and it is named as Alive. Alive stands for Acharya Live, and this is in-house developed software, as you can see in the image down below. And the advantage of using this one is students as well as faculty members. Okay, we can actually go for uploading the notes and video lectures, and we can also upload materials regarding scientific journal papers. And we are the only institution to do that all throughout. We also have a dedicated Android app in which the students can access their percentage, that is the marks percentage. They can access their attendance, that is the status of the attendance, etc. And after the engineering, after the students pursue the stage of the engineering, that is in the 8th semester, we award best academic projects for them, and we actually categorize based on the performance, and we give some awards and rewards according to that. We also encourage a lot of students to go for exhibitions, that is outside the state, outside, you can say, we actually have this a technical forum in which students can actually participate, and they can go for project exhibitions now and then. We have a mentorship program. We have a proctorship program as well as mentorship program, in which 20 students are allocated to a single proctor or a mentor, and he or she will, that is the faculty member, will try to take care of these students, these 20 students, and they will be counseled for betterment of academics and to improve the confidence so that they can speak in the practical world. Or not only that, whenever any problems or any issues happen, we are definitely there to address. I was talking about the companies, right, in the starting slide. So these are the two named companies. That is the Candela Technologies as well as Yash Pakka Limited. I'm going to talk about Candela Technologies. It's a US-based company which tests wireless networks, and it is there in the campus. It is housed in the campus, and more than 350 global partners this company has, including Facebook, Intel, Sony, Cisco, Samsung, etc. Now, the highlight of this point is we are having, that is Candela Technologies is inside AIT Campus, and Facebook, which happens to be the most, you can say, important social media platform, it is testing the server in our campus. So that is the wireless communication systems. They're testing the servers in our campus. And the second company, Yash Pakka Limited, they are a packaging industry which manufactures 100% agro-based products such as plates, food carrying materials, etc. This company is also housed in our campus, shortly they are these two companies are going for internship offering internship to students so that they can the students can actually go there, they can nurture their skills, they can also get trained for placement opportunities. Okay, so before we actually learn what is mechanical, what is electrical, as well as what is civil, we must understand the history of engineering. So as you can see, this is the image of a tool, that is the man-made tool. This is part of prehistoric era where these sparrows, spades, arrow marks, they were actually produced. This is a beam engine. It is it was very prominent in 16th and 17th century. Next one is the steam locomotive that became predominant in 18th century, and this represents high-speed train. So can you tell me which department does it represent? Of course, yes, this is mechanical engineering, right? Because we are talking about machines. Okay, how about this one? So you can see there are some stones and there's some hut kind of structure. This, of course, represents Egypt's, that is the world famous pyramid. And we are having on the right hand side, we are having a bridge, which was getting erected at that point of time. So, and the last one is the most famous, that is Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So what does this represent? This represents civil engineering department. The last one is electrical, of course. So these are electrical instruments. We talk about electronics, and we talk about LEDs, that is light emitting diode. And last one is, you can say, synchronous induction motor. So as we can see that there are various branches of engineering: mechanical, civil, as well as electrical. We are going to talk about mechanical engineering in detail, and subsequently we are going to talk about civil as well as electrical engineering. So in mechanical engineering, I'm going to talk about what opportunities we have, so that you get highlighted. So basically, after completing mechanical engineering, students go for designing, manufacturing, they go for automotive as well as aerospace industries, and predominantly they go for robotics as well as automation industry. They get hands-on experience in most of the practical projects because we are having well-established lab facilities. We have a dedicated laboratory, that is robotics and automation laboratory, where students are getting trained for programming different kind of applications in robotics as well as automation, that is PLC. We are training students with knowledge of PLC. We are training students with C++, through which they can do robotics programming. We're also training them for cell programming because in industries, robots are working in cells. We also have industry collaborations with different companies, and we offer job placements as well as internship for those students. We do have research opportunities, especially in material science and robotics. Students, they can actually go for international conferences and competitions, because the student, once he or she tries to complete the project, so we feel that they should present their paper in a world, or you can say a global way. So we give that opportunity to them and to complete the conferences and competitions. Competitions such as they can go for robo wars, they can also go for inter college participations where they can compete their robotic you can say a part of a robot, or it can be a part of industrial solution, something like that. It can be innovation also. We also talk about workshops as well as seminars. So after completing mechanical engineering, the student, okay, he or she will be awarded with Bachelor of Engineering, that is B, from VTU Belgaum. We have MOUs with Kennametal, CADMAX, KGTTI, and BIS. Apart from this, because mechanical engineering is a core branch, it can also be connected with robotics as well as artificial intelligence. So that is our motto. So IBM, that is International Business Machines, we have a program called as Robotics and AI, which is sponsored by IBM. It's a specialization degree, which is a minor degree coming under mechanical engineering. So which means a part of IT, that is information technology, comes under mechanical engineering. So it's a multidisciplinary approach by which student can opt for IT field as well. There are so many job opportunities available. As a student grows and as a student progresses, if his skills, IBM is known for nurturing the skills to the students, of course. And once the student understands those core concepts, there will be a full-time employment for those two students, especially Toyota, IBM, Triveni Turbines, Infosys. These companies are happily giving full-time employees to students. Government job opportunities are plenty, by the way. So through GATE, ESC, and UPSC examinations, mechanical engineers can get placed in different government sectors. Let's talk about the trending roles in mechanical engineering. So after a student completes a mechanical engineering course, he or she can be employed in the categories which you can see here. That is senior design engineer, computational fluid engineer, design analyst. He can be placed in automation as well as a robotics domain. The most important aspect I would like to talk about is robotics engineers, because robotics starts from hardware, and student has to know about the hardware much in detail. So he has to know about design, he has to know about CAD-CAM, that is 3D CAD-CAM. He has to know about the production, he has to know about the manufacturing part. And of course, coming to the thermal background, he or she can become a thermal engineer. Apart from that, we also know that we have electric vehicles. And for electric vehicles, we have a job market of electric powertrain. That is electric powertrain engineer, that is EPE, is a very trending job role coming under mechanical engineering. Of course, we are having different kinds of job roles. We have R&D engineers, we have biomechanical engineer, we have materials engineer, and we also have something called a sustainable energy engineer, which comes under, you can say, this trending part of power. We have wind power, we have solar power, etc. Let's talk about civil engineering. In civil engineering, we have infrastructure development. We teach infrastructure development. We also have a well-versed laboratory for that to understand how an infrastructure works, how is infrastructure developed, and what are the modes by which construction can happen. We also have transportation, you can say, training center, in which we try to teach what are the modes of transportation in the future. So students can actually have hands-on experience, hands-on knowledge on different domains. So a student has to go and survey in the real world for, of course, the construction purpose. And people, that is students, are going for certification courses in those areas. We have a technology of transfer with a company called Bureau of Indian Standards, that is BIS. After completing civil engineering, we have a major degree of Bachelor of Engineering from VTU Belgaum, and the specialization will be data science offered by IBM. Again, civil engineers also can opt for IT subjects because it has become a multidisciplinary approach. And after completing civil engineer, students can go for GATE examination and ESC examination for the job roles which governments offer. These are the trending roles in civil engineering, that is urban planning engineer, geotechnical engineer, transportation engineer. We have something called water resource manager and construction. So this is the final, we can say, the slide which we talk about opportunities in electrical engineering. Electrical engineering, as we know that we have evolved so much that we're talking about electric vehicles. Right? More often we talk about how electric vehicles are going to impact our lives. Yes, because electrical engineering has become the future right now. We talk about circuits, we talk about building the circuits. As you can see in the image, we talk about transformer, designing a transformer. We also integrate a part of, you can say, solar, wind, all these renewable energy resources into one. So that is why we teach students about renewable energy resources. So which is part of the first year curriculum. Whenever the students start to study, they will be having a subject called as renewable energy resources in the first year itself. So in the first year itself, they will start to learn about these things. Transfer technology is very important. Again, we are having transfer technology with BIS. We offer a minor degree, which is offered by IBM, that is data science. This is also a kind of multidisciplinary approach because we want students to get improve their skills in IoT, that is Internet of Things. We also talk about Industry 4.0. Now, I feel that Industry 4.0 is going away with time. Maybe after 10 years, we're going to talk about Industry 5.0. So this is where the advantage comes. In our department, I mean, in electrical engineering department, we do talk about sustainable energy resources, which can be connected to Industry 5.0. These are the job roles available in electrical engineering, that is robotics engineer. So one can also easily become a hardware engineer and a research-based domain, that is research and development engineer. If we talk about electric vehicle, we have electric power train engineer. If we talk about electric vehicle in detail, we also have something called battery management system engineer. So this is the current trend in electrical engineering. So this summarizes my presentation. So any questions? Can you please ask any questions? Definitely we are here to help.
Thank you, sir, for such an informative session. The audience can put up any questions they have in the Q&A section. So before that, I have taken the liberty to gather a few questions that the audience might have in case they're hesitant to ask. So what would you say are some of the notable projects that a student can do in these fields so that they can stand out among their peers while pursuing these three fields?
Okay, that's a very nice question. So I'll just go back to the slide. Yeah, we'll start with mechanical engineering. We all know that 3D printing as well as 4D printing. 3D printing is the most important aspect now. People have started to build homes. We have started to build machines from that. So in this area, students can actually do a wondrous project. Apart from that, we talk about Industry 4.0 and IoT, where the machines are talking with another machine. So, for example, a machine A is going to talk with machine B wirelessly, and there is no intervention between them. No persons are there. So, so designing of these machines are very critical because hardware is employed there. Design of those machines are employed. So that is why this is the area where students can achieve more. That is in terms of projects. 3D printing, again, as I told, most of the machines now in industries have started to fabricate machines and machine parts using 3D printing, especially metal 3D printing. So this is the area where mechanical engineers projects can be done. Let's talk about electrical. In electrical engineering, the mindset of the people has changed. Now people are wanting to go for electric vehicles, right? So most of the people are doing their own research in bringing up some technology which is much more powerful than what is there in the market today, right? So I don't want to name the technologies, but definitely students can actually go for making new electrical vehicles. Maybe it can be using solar energy, it can be using wind energy, it can be using even the hybrid of solar as well as wind energy, where they can bring up projects. And talking about AI, that is artificial intelligence, we can definitely use artificial intelligence inside electric vehicles so that they can improvise the charging as well as discharging capabilities. So in this area, students can achieve more. In terms of civil engineering, definitely there is a huge scope. All of us have heard of something called Hyperloop, isn't it? So Hyperloop technology, which means the medium in which the train is traveling is completely vacuum. It is completely air-free. So it has got immense amount of possibility that Hyperloop can be started in our country. So this is the area where students can achieve more. We also talk about new materials, which we have not even seen. So as you can see in the image that center screen where new materials, so and use those materials to build up new things. This is the area where students can do projects. So this summarizes my answer here.
Okay,
Maybe,
thank you so much, sir.
Thank
So we have two questions from our participants. The first one, the participant is asking about BTech and CSE. I think because you spoke about AI and robotics and mechanical engineering and data science and civil and electrical, and all of these come under the branch of CSE. So I think they want to know more about CSE branch if you know about it. So
computer science department is vast by the way, and I would like to tell that when we talk about core engineering, so core engineering is something to do with machines, machines, and machines. So when we talk about computer science here, we can definitely incorporate computers in the core branch itself. So if we take mechanical, we are definitely training the students for going for programming languages such as C, C++, Python. I myself a teacher of Python, so I'm a mechanical engineer. So I have taken forward to teach Python for non-core students. So there are a lot of possibilities. Even if a person chooses core, that is mechanical, civil, or electrical, he can definitely understand computer science much better. Okay, this level of explanation, I guess, would not be possible if we take computer science as a alone kind of domain.
all right, so understood. Thank you so much, sir. And there's another question by another participant who's asking about electrical and electronics engineering, which is EEE. Is it different from the traditional electrical engineering, or there is another branch called EC, which is just electronics and communication? So if you could shed more light on that, sir.
Okay, ma'am. This is something to do with electrical and electronics engineering. So we teach electrical and electronics. So there are two branches. So first came electrical and then electronics. Electrical is something to do with transformers, designing of induction motors, designing of DC as well as AC motors, the working principle of power systems. We have transmission as well as distribution systems. Electronics is a part of electrical system. Only thing is we are talking about that in electronics, that is in terms of chips and motherboards, etc. So only after 1980s, electronics came into limelight, and there we are trying to teach them a lot of things such as power electronics. We are also having control, that is automation as well as control systems. We definitely have something to do with, we are also introducing the VLSI subject, as well as we teach something called microprocessor electronics. So this is, you can say, a clarity between two branches.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, is there any opportunity for like an industrial crossover between these three branches?
Definitely it is possible. I mean, because if we talk about automation engineer, let's talk about an automation engineer. You can see there are so many machines here. Most of these are something to do with hardware. So mechanical will definitely be there. When we talk about AI, that is artificial intelligence, programming will definitely be there. So if programming is there, then on top of what we are trying to do programming, we are talking about electronics. So it's a merge. You can say mechanical, electrical, computer science, etc. have been merged. Now let's take an example of civil engineering here. To be going for an overall perspective, we'll talk about civil engineering. So as you can see in this image, the first image, there's a train which is running at faster speed. So we have mechanical engineering there. What about the wires there? How is that wire connected, right? How is the tower connected? How are those wires traveling from one place to another place? So all of those things are coming under civil engineering. And who controls that, by the way? So electricity is going on, right? And because of electricity, the trains are moving from one place to another place. So all these three branches are actually merged. You can see that it is a multidisciplinary kind of environment.
Correct, sir. Thank you, sir. And so you spoke about AI and robotics and mechanical engineering and data science and electrical and civil. So, sir, how easy is it to transition into these fields of work when you've completed bachelor's in these three fields? Or is it better to stick to the core, traditional job opportunities in these three fields?
That's a nice question, by the way. Engineering as such is a vast branch or a discipline in which many categories, many subjects come into picture. We talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about robotics. It is left to the student in which domain he or she can go. For example, I'm just making a small, you can say, picture. We talked about data science. So for data science, one has to know data analytics. One has to know Excel. One has to know the dashboard, how it works. One has to know Power BI, right? So a mechanical engineer can understand that in a different perspective. Electrical engineer can understand that with a different perspective. So let's talk about electrical engineering here. The power, I'm taking an example of BESCOM, that is Bangalore's own this electricity board. Okay, there are so many details which BESCOM has. So if we want to represent that visually, of course, we need to do some kind of programming activity, right? We have to do some kind of data cleaning as well as data analysis, something like analysis kind of thing. So there are so many opportunities in core as well as non-core branch. So if we talk about mechanical engineering, if job is to be considered here, we definitely have design analyst, right? So when we design any component, we can analyze it and we can try to stick on to the core aspect. But at the same time, if we want to improve that using AI, then a student can go into programming level and change those parameters.
Correct. So how do you see these three industries emerging in the next 10 years or evolving in the next 10 years?
That's again a nice question. It has already started. I mean, it has already started some 10 years back. Only thing is we are merging it in such a way that most of the technologies can be understood in each discipline.
Yes, okay, sir. So are there any common misconceptions or myths about these three industries that are false and that you would like to address? That sometimes, many of the times, you would have heard many people say the same things which are not true, and you would like to address them right now.
Definitely, a common myth is mechanical engineering. People tell that it's a low-paying job. To be really honest, a lot of people, even yesterday also, I met a lot of people. They are told that mechanical engineering is a very low-paying, category. But I do not agree with that, because if you just open LinkedIn profile, most of the top, you can say, companies, even Facebook, I must say, those companies are employing full-time mechanical engineers, those who are skilled. See, skill is something which any engineering graduate can perceive. But mechanical engineers are, you can say, setting a trend. Okay, if we just go for LinkedIn profile, most of the companies are taking mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, and even civil engineers in that perspective. It is because they already know robotics, they already know artificial intelligence, they already know how to program using Python, they already know how to program in most of the coding languages which are very much famous. So that is the misconception which I would like to remove, because being a mechanical engineer, I must say that there are more jobs for mechanical engineers than the, you can say, the out of core, or you can say non-core companies, because they have been equalized.
Correct, sir. So you spoke about IBM degrees as a specialization minor degree. So apart from that, are there any other certifications or courses that students can do while they're pursuing their BTech?
Definitely, as I told, they can go for edX, they can go for Coursera. Coursera, we are trying to, like we have already bought few licenses, and we have incorporated, we have actually incorporated in our learning and development program, where a student can go and he can actually learn new concepts in the dashboard. So he can choose his favorite stream, for example, data science, machine learning. He can also go for neural networks. He can enroll to that free of cost, and he can do the courses. We also have Infosys Springboard, which is completely free for the students. We also have started something called L&D, EduTech, so which offers very, you can say, very big courses for mechanical as well as electrical, as well as for core companies, which is very, which is very fruitful.
Okay, sir. So what about internship opportunities? So would you like to shed some light on that as to how important it is for a student to pursue the internship opportunities and where they can look for in such fields?
Yes. So recently, when NEP started in 2021, so NEP tells that most of the students have to go for internship. That is in the 4th semester and as well as in the 6th semester. So in mechanical engineering streams, people can go into core companies such as ABB. Okay, they can actually go for Toyota. They can actually go for full-fledged industries such as GE, that is General Electric, to carry out those internships. Coming to civil engineering, they can easily target L&T, that is the cement manufacturing industry, as well as infrastructure, where they can get trained in real life infrastructure development and as well as surveying. In terms of electrical engineering, they can easily go for General Electric. That is the first company which comes to my mind. It is because students can easily go there and they can do wonders. I mean, they can do some kind of training activity, especially something to do with connections, electrical connections, automation, power system, etc. So it's a very easy way by which a student can go for internship.
Correct, sir. And so after BTech, many people just get into the job section, but there are some who would like to pursue their masters as well. So if you have any guidance as to what masters they can pursue, whether it's better to pursue it in India or in abroad, or whether it's better to have a little work experience before pursuing masters.
Okay, so when it comes to sustainable technologies, when it comes to trending fields, I can say that most of the education sector in India offers those courses. But if they want, they can actually go for foreign universities easily. And that is where our institute supports, which means we have integrated cell in our campus, in which we counsel the students based on their, you can say, research area, based on their interest. We try to give a lot of guidance in the campus, so students can ask questions regarding that, and we will try to clear their doubts so that they can easily get admitted. We also provide letter of recommendation based on the interest of the student. So he or she can, yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for a very informative session. I'm sure all the participants have a much clearer idea on the core engineering fields as of now. I would like to remind the participants that for any further information, you can log on to our website www.acharya.ac.in or call our admissions hotline 74066444449. I repeat, 74066444449. And we also have a series of amazing webinars coming up, so stay tuned for more. That's it for today's session. I thank Professor Akshaya Simha for being with us here today. Thank you, sir. I also thank Acharya Institute for hosting this wonderful webinar for us today. Thank you.